And as the Democrats were working inside to finalize a government takeover, Republican lawmakers proposed their own health care bill, which would lower health care premiums and end junk lawsuits. Now, it would also do so without letting the government make decisions for you and your family and without adding billions to our national debt. And joining me now with more on all of this are two of the organizers of today's rally, Minnesota Congresswoman Michele Bachmann and Iowa Representative Stephen King. Congresswoman, it was less than a week. It was a week tomorrow. And you announced on this very program that you wanted people to come. 20,000+ people showed up. Were you as surprised as I was?
Absolutely, I was. We had no idea. When I was on your show last Friday evening, that was the initial shot that was heard around the world. And people heard that, Sean. Today, people told me they heard that call out on your show on Friday night, and they immediately started contacting other people, and this was totally word of mouth. This was nothing that we organized, nothing that we planned. We didn't order one bus, one carload, nothing. Complete word of mouth. And the estimates are anywhere between 20 and 45,000 people had assembled. And the marvelous thing is people didn't just come to hear speakers. They then pivoted, fanned out, went into the Capitol, went into the office buildings, were very polite, went from door to door to door, knocked on the doors. We handed out actual pages from the bill. People would take one page, and then they carried that page and asked members of Congress, can you read this to me and explain it to me so that it makes sense? It was a beautiful sight to see.
Well, it was fairly amazing in such short notice. And by the way, in the middle of the day on a Thursday, and I understand people from as far away as California and Oregon coming up here. What happened, Congressman King, inside?
Well, I shook hands with people from San Francisco. That comes to mind right away. But the dynamics of this, Sean, was just unbelievable. I had a hard time composing myself when I saw the people come flooding in this fashion. And the original idea actually comes from Medal of Honor winner Colonel Bud Day, who was said to me about 3 weeks ago during a pheasant hunt, the only way we're going to save our freedom from these people is if we surround the Capitol and the American people answer the call. They come to the Capitol. Now they have taken Capitol Hill. They need to hold Capitol Hill until we kill the bill.
All right, Congresswoman Bachmann, originally you thought that this vote may take place on Friday. There's been reports all throughout the day that, in fact, the bill may take place on a special session on Saturday. What is the status of that?
That's what we're hearing still, Sean, that there may be a vote on Saturday, although the other scuttlebutt that we're hearing is that the Speaker doesn't have the votes. That's clearly a direct result, I believe, from the overwhelming victories on Tuesday night and also this absolutely outstanding grouping of people that we had today at the Capitol. This was organic. It was a meetup. It was spontaneous, and it spoke volumes to the members of Congress, and it's continuing to have ramifications on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, Congressman, what's interesting to me is if you look at the election results on Tuesday, it seems like the Democrats, you know, they didn't hear what happened. But I've got to wonder if some of the blue dog Democrats are looking at this a little bit differently than, say, the leadership in Congress. Your reaction, are you talking to those blue dogs? Are they nervous about the results, especially a 20-point shift in a year in New Jersey, a 25-point shift in Virginia in a year? Are they concerned?
Well, Sean, I'm trying to talk to them. I'm not seeing them around.
They're high.
And I don't know which one you spoke to.
They heard Mark Levin was in town, so they ran for the hills.
Well, what I've told them is the people just deployed out across the hill, and they said, what can we do? And, well, they did fill the hallways. They filled the hallways and surrounded the buildings. And the Cannon building in particular, there was a security issue inside that shut down people going in the doors. So they surrounded the building and chanted, kill the bill, kill the bill. The hallways echoed. And I just said to them, find somebody that wears a pin like this that won't look you in the eye and tell them not to steal your freedom.
By the way, can we sell that pin on eBay, Congressman? I mean, you probably got a lot of money for it.
It's a pretty expensive pin, but not as expensive as Michele Bachmann's, and not worth as much either, I guarantee you, Sean.
I have no doubt about that. And actor John Voight was there as well. He flew in all the way from California. of a very impressive showing today. It'll be very interesting. We'll be watching, Congresswoman, to see if they have to delay the vote one more time because they don't have enough votes.
That's right.
And we appreciate your efforts on this, and I promise we'll continue to stay on the story and follow it, and we appreciate you being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
All right, we're going to